You might be wondering right now why I'm not wearing a shirt in this video. And I'm not wearing a shirt in this video so you can see my hairy chest, shoulders, all that stuff. Because I know you want to be excited by me being shirtless in this video. But there's a true reason for this video being done shirtless. And I got to explain it to you very, 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 very carefully right here. And it has to do with Caitlin Clark. Believe it or not, it has to do with Caitlin Clark. And I'm going to explain exactly what I'm talking about after we pop this intro right here because you're gonna get a laugh at it. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, it's gonna be worth it. Just sit tight, enjoy the ride, because we coming and we coming for throats right here. I promise, I promise, I promise. Hit the intro. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to another edition. I'm sorry for the delay there. I just got kind of caught in the moment. Welcome back to another edition of Indiana Fever Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez. So it's dark in the room now because my kids are sleeping. So I'm working off of one light. It is 1:25 in the morning. We got a game at 8:50. This is my last video of the day. But I took my shirt off because I was about to get ready to take a shower, and I forgot I wanted to do this video before I took a shower and went to sleep. And the crazy thing about it is I didn't want to put a shirt back on. And the reason I want to put a shirt back on is because there's something behind this, by the way. There's something behind this. And listen to me when I tell you. Someone in the WNBA needs to turn their jersey in. Like just turn your jersey in at this point. Like you don't belong in the WNBA anymore. I'm sorry. At a certain point, you cannot at a certain point, it's over. And I'm obviously being very tongue in cheek and I'm being very I don't know, joking around a little bit, tongue in cheek type stuff. But in the same right, I'm serious because the general managers of the WNBA said that Jackie Young was the best two guard in the WNBA. Let that sink in for a second. Jackie Young, a player who's never been the number one option on her team in her career, is the number 1.2 guard in the WNBA. Now, why does this bother me so? Because obviously we all know Caitlin Clark is the best two guard in the WNBA. She's also the best point guard in the WNBA. So she's the best of both. And a year ago, when they were asked those same questions, they had Caitlin Clark at number one and Caitlin Clark at number one at both positions. But definitely at two because we all know her scoring ability, and there are still people that are still stuck in that Chelsea Gray mind fuck that she's the best point guard on the planet, even though she's never led the league in assists once in her life. And I mean, has really been just and again, another piece of a great basketball team, never really more than the third option on her team offensively, playing with Asia Wilson, playing with Jackie Young. I mean, here I'm giving Jackie Young some credit, but playing with Asia Wilson, Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, now Jewel Lloyd, now Kennedy Carter. Like, who's the real number two option for the Vegas Aces this year? It's Kennedy Carter. Who was the second option last year? Maybe it was Jackie Young. Maybe it was supposed to be Jewel Lloyd. You never really knew because you never knew what you can get from game to game. The year before that was Kelsey Plum. We all knew Kelsey Plum was number two behind Asia Wilson. Always was. You make Jackie Young the number one option on any basketball team in the WNBA, that team sucks. Like, I'm not gonna pull punches. That team's trash because she's just a player. And they've made her a star. They've made her sound like a star. And now we're 5 games into this season, and Jackie Young is averaging 11.2 points, 5 rebounds, 6.2 assists. Congratulations! Apparently, she's averaging assists now because apparently she's a point guard and not a shooting guard. Um, she's had some good assist numbers in games this year. Congratulations to her once again. But you're a two guard, right? I thought you were a two guard. Now I bring all this up because the last two games that Jackie Young has played, she has been absolutely, unbelievably, sensationally atrocious. Like, she has taken being bad to another level of bad. And by the way, I said 11.2. Let me see if this is accurate still, because I don't know if that's even accurate anymore. I doubt that's even accurate because that didn't include this last game. Let me see right here. She's actually, let's doing that. Divided by, she's actually now averaging 9.33 points per game. 9, 15, 21, 30, 33, 33, and averaging 5.5 assists. And 10, 16, 17, 31, and 5.1. Well, no, that's not possible. That's not possible. To 16, 22. That's the wrong one. 10, 17. Yeah, like 5 rebounds a game. But she's averaging 9.3 points, 9.3 points, 5.5 assists, and about 5 rebounds a game. Right. Jackie Young in the last two games has scored a grand total of 0 points. She has had back-to-back 0 for games. So when you have back-to-back 0 for games as a shooting guard, as a starting shooting guard in the WNBA, well, you know what you need to do? Here's your jersey. Turn it in. Turn it in because you're not doing your job. You're not doing the job that you're being paid $1 million to do. You turn your jersey in because you ain't earned that jersey no more. That jersey, you haven't earned that jersey. While you got Kennedy Carter making $275,000 coming off the bench behind your bum ass, and she's putting up 23, 8 for 13 in 26 minutes, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. I mean, 23 points in 26 minutes, 8 for 13, and she's a plus 15. And when you're on the floor, they were -9, and you lost by 6. I mean, come on now. Come on now. She was 0 for 12 in her last game. 0 for 12. 0 for 12. Like, you can't make this up. 0 for 5 from 3. And then the people will come back and say, oh, well, she had 7 rebounds. She had 7 assists. She had 2 steals and 2 blocks. She contributed. They won the game by 1 point. Yes, this was the Atlanta game that they blew a 17-point lead in the final 7.5 minutes and got lucky to walk away with that win, despite her embarrassingly bad game. Embarrassingly bad game. So now you play LA, a team that you beat by 27 points to start the season, your second game of the year, and you play today and you have 19 minutes, 0 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. You go 0 for 2. So now you're a shooting guard who won't shoot the ball. And you're in foul trouble. You got 5 fouls. So I guess they'll blame that. By the way, she was 0 for 12, 0 points in 34 minutes of action. So today she's 0 points in 19 minutes of action, took 2 shots. This is the best shooting guard in the WNBA, according to general managers. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Here, again, take your jersey off, go to Becky Hammond and turn that shit in because you don't deserve to wear a jersey no more. Can you imagine? Can you possibly imagine for even 1 second If Caitlin Clark went 0 for 12 and had 0 points and did exactly the same thing Jackie Young did, had 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, do you know the ether that she would experience from the freaking people that despise her? Heck, I would rip her a new asshole in a video because going 0 for 12 is unacceptable as a player of that ability because Caitlin Clark is held up here by us. We hold her. The Caitlin Clark fan base holds her up here, which is why when she says when she goes 20 for 20.7 assists and 5 rebounds, we say, that's whatever. As she did the opening of the season against Dallas, where we're like, she didn't play that well. Yet you got the GM saying that Jackie Young's the best shooting guard in the WNBA. And she's now had back-to-back 0-point games and is averaging under 10 points per game for the season. Again, Caitlin Clark gives you the same numbers: 0 points, 34 minutes, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, over 12. They win the game. People are crucifying her. Jackie Young does it. People don't even notice. It wasn't until tonight when I saw someone on my Facebook feed who said they need to take Jackie Young's ass out and let Kennedy Carter start. And like I even posted, I said, so y'all selling Jackie Young out now, huh? Y'all gave up on Jackie Young now? That's funny. Y'all make me laugh. Y'all the ones that said she was the second best point. She was the best shooting guard in WNBA. So you done sold out. Again, now it's back-to-back games of zeros. Now imagine if Caitlin Clark does that. If Caitlin Clark went back-to-back games going 0 for 14 with 0 points, averaging 5 rebounds and 4.5 assists, what would people say? Y'all let me know. What do you think people would say? She would be raked through the coals. She would be crucified by these folks. I'm telling you, bro, it would be awful for her. And she'd catch it from us too, the people that love her, because I hold you to a standard up here. But when Jackie Young does this, and we're more worried about Paige Beckers going 3 of 13 and having a bad game. Jackie Young is been regarded as the best shooting guard in the WNBA by the GMs of the league. And she's averaging 9.3 points per game on the season in 6 games. And they lost. This time they lost. This time they lost to LA. And you know what also happened in this game? Kelsey Plum went for 38. 38. 6 of 7 from 3. 38 and 9 assists. Remember, Kelsey Plum was the second option in Vegas. It was never Jackie Young. And y'all have the audacity and unmitigated gall to sit here and say that Jackie Young's the best shooting guard in WNBA. You should be ashamed of yourselves. The folks that said, the GMs, the people who said all that shit, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. I don't want to go there, but she bordering on trash. She is bordering on trash. Again, a player who in her career has never been better than a second option at best, more like a third, and has never averaged more than 17.6 points per game in any singular season in her career, is a career 14-4-4, and calling her the number 1 2 guard in the league. Mind you, she was the number 1 overall pick back in 2019. We hold Caitlin Clark up here, 19, 8.5, and 5.5, and as a rookie. Jackie Young's never done that in her life. In her life. You bugging, bro. So yeah, that's why I'm not wearing a shirt. Because that jersey, I just took my shirt off. This is my jersey. This is what Jackie Young should be doing in the locker room, saying, yo, coach, I need to retire. I've embarrassed myself at a level that is beyond fixing. Does she have the yips? I'm gonna wonder, does she have the basketball yips now? Because I doubt Jackie Young has had back-to-back 0 games in her life. going back to kindergarten, back-to-back zeros. I have a hard time believing she's ever had that in her life. Consider the fact that Caitlin Clark in her college career had one game where she scored less than 10. And I think she maybe had a handful in the WNBA. And this woman here just had back-to-back zeros. Ooh. Yeah, you don't deserve a jersey no more, Jackie. You trash. You trash as fuck. Hey, y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Imagine what would happen if Caitlin Clark did that, people. Imagine. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, man. Because I saw that game against Atlanta. Brick, 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 brick. That's what it was. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave your comments, man. This is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Indiana Fever Unfiltered. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.